Shoulders over hips, sitting up nice and tall. Good, guys. So let's give the shoulders a little shrug here. So shoulders up to the ears and then slide them down the back. And 2 more like that. Breath in and breath out to release. 1 more. Good. And then land with your hands relaxed onto your knees. Crown of the head lifts towards the ceiling. Sitting bones reach towards the ground. Close down the eyes and let your breath be natural, but bring your awareness to your breath. So here, noticing the quality of the breath, the pace, the depth, in and out. And now I invite you to lengthen the breath and join me for a counted breath in and out and a retention, so a hold of the breath at the top. With your next inhale, count for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue a few more rounds. Let this be guided by your own breath pace. Could be a shorter count of 4 or a longer count of 6. But enjoying the hold at the top and the equal breath in and out. As you finish your next round of breath, let your breath return to its normal, most comfortable rhythmic state. And then we'll gently flutter open the eyes. Welcome to practice, guys. Let's take a little bit of a mini flow here. Get a bit of movement through the spine. Bring your left hand towards your left hip. Take your right arm up and over. You can press down into that left hand and reach, get that side body opening here. We'll keep flowing there. So right hand to right hip, left arm up and over. Explore. Good, lovely. Opposite side. Good, lovely. Keep moving over to the right. And this time we'll land over to the left and hold. So here, just hold. Keep your hips grounded. So notice if you're lifting up on that hip, really actively press down as you reach the arm in the opposite direction. You can of course be cactus here. You can bend as much as you like. I'm looking for some kind of sensation of opening through the side body. Take one final breath. And let's take that into a twist. So we'll bring that hand behind the body, bring the left hand to the opposite knee. You can press the palm to the knee or turn the back of the palm. Use the opposite hand to ground down and anchor. Lift up to a breath in, breath out, twist, gazing over the shoulder. Take a breath in. Your exhale, gently twist, looking over your shoulder, and your last one. Good stuff. Let your gaze return to center. Your arms can follow, and we'll take that stretch to the other side. So the right hand nestles to the right hip, left arm comes up and over, as much of a bend as you like, but we're reaching for some kind of side body opening. Keeping the left hip grounded, actively reaching the hip and the arm in opposite directions. Hold for 3, for 2, for 1. And we'll take this into a twist. So the left hand nestles behind the hip or the bottom. Use it to ground down and lift up. The right hand to the left knee. Lift up tall, take a breath. And breath out to twist. 2 more. Last one. And then draw your gaze through center. Let your torso follow. Cool, guys. And we'll come over onto hands and knees. So rolling forward. Set up for cat and cow here. You're always welcome to pop anything under the knees for a bit of support. At home, you might be all padded up there anyway. And let's go ahead and take our cat-cow with your own breath when you're ready. Dip down through the navel as you inhale. Exhale and reverse. Pull the chin to chest and actively push the grounded body around the spine. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Modified side plank here. Now this is an option for you. So I'll give you a couple of options. We'll take the left toes behind the body, curl the toes under. Really feel that stretch behind the back of the leg. Now, option is to take this into a modified side plank. So to do that, you would just spin onto the blade edge of the extended foot. Let the shin come gently behind you of the left leg and press up strong through that left arm. So you can be here, you can hold that. If you feel like that's not serving you today, we'll just focus on getting a nice inner thigh stretch. So you're going to take that leg out to the side and hold there, pressing the outer edge of that blade edge of the foot down. So you could be in your side plank or you could be working on the inner thigh stretch. Wherever you are, take one more breath. If you're in your side plank, you're circling the arm overhead and bringing the arm down to the ground. Good. We'll take a child's pose in between just to loosen off through the hands. So take the knees wide, send the hips back to the heels, and walk the hands forward. Forehead taps down towards the ground. And from here, gently roll on up. We're back onto our all fours and sit up for our side plank the other side. Right heel back, curl the toes under, open up through the back of that leg to start. Notice if you're dropping into the shoulders, we want to press the ground away, gently draw the belly in. Now you can go straight ahead into your side plank on this side if that feels good. Or if you want to take the leg variation, staying a little bit more grounded through the arms, not putting weight into one of the arms. Go ahead and take the foot out to the side in the same line as the hip and hold. If you're in that side plank, you'll reach the arm forward, feel the side body length, and then come down to the ground. And then we'll set up for our downward facing dog. Now, I'll give you an option for if you're not doing downward dog. You could be using blocks for one for downward dog, just to give you that little bit of height to lengthen the arms up. If downward dog doesn't serve you, you can take a melting heart, keeping the knees over the hips, walking the hands forward, melting the forehead down with arms straight or even the arms bent. In this position, we're still going to get the lengthening through the upper body that we're looking for in a downward dog. So that would work fine, no problem. If you want to come through a downward dog, you're pressing up through the heels and lifting up through the hips and taking a moment to pedal out the feet. And then we'll settle into our shape of stillness. If you're in the downward dog, your heels are reaching to the ground, actively pressing your hips back to the ceiling. And if you're in your melting heart, you're going to bring yourself up. We're all going to make our way now, tippy-toeing to the front of the mat. And we'll come to hang in a forward fold. So bending into the knees as much as you like, the chest drapes over the thighs, and you could give the arms, grab onto opposite arms, and give the head a little shake and a nod. And maybe take a sway here side to side. And then we'll release into the hands, draw the energy to the heels, really squeeze into the bottom and hold that as you roll all the way on up. Give your head, neck and shoulders a roll at the top, and we'll stand here in our Tadasana. So mountain pose, let's bring the feet together today. So we'll bring the heels, toes together, big toes together, a little gap between the heels, and then bring the palms to face forward, thumbs to the side of the room, shoulders away from ears, and close down the eyes. We'll take 3 breaths just as a grounding pose. Beautiful, guys. Flutter open the eyes. We'll be at the top of the mat and we'll take our little half sun salutations. So walk the feet hip width if they're not already. Lengthen the tailbone down to the ground. Take a breath in as you sweep the arms wide and high and fold forward. Bring the hands through prayer as you go. Nice flat back. Sandwich the chest to thighs, half forward fold. Halfway lift, bring the torso up so we've got a nice open chest Gaze can be forward, and squeezing into the bottom, and release, forward fold, Uttanasana. Weight to the heels, squeeze the bottom, reach the arms wide and high, gaze up if that feels safe for your neck, hands come through prayer. Let's fold all the way again, Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway lift, Urdhva Uttanasana, forward fold Uttanasana. Sweep the arms wide and high. Let's go again, follow your breath, guys. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And at this time, before we sweep up, guys, we're going to lift up through the chest, bring the hands to the ground, soften into the knees, and we'll step back with the right foot. Nice generous step back, and then we're going to drop that back knee. So we're coming into a half crescent lunge. So from here, ground down through the front foot, lift up through the torso, lengthen the tailbone down to the ground, and then sweep the arms up to the ceiling. You can bend, you can keep them all the way up. And with this front knee, we want to make sure it's trapped over the ankle. We're going to lengthen down that tailbone, but send the hips forward. Make sure the knee is not traveling past the toes. Good, take another breath. Reach the arms tall. Circle the arms behind the body. Now we're going to land them on either side of the front foot. This is where the blocks or books can come in handy too, just to give you a little bit of height. And we'll take 3 pulses here. So roll the shoulders up, back and down. Chest is proud, sinking into the hips. And then on a breath in, bring the hips up and back and straighten the front leg. Maybe you can draw the toes towards your face too. We're looking for this beautiful stretch through the back of that front leg. Good. Roll on forward, take a breath in, chest is proud. And breath out. Good, toes come back towards the face. One more like this. Good, this time we stay, hips up and back. And in this position, you might even walk the hands or the blocks further back. We're reaching the chest to the thigh. We're not rounding the back. We're really keeping an open back, open spacious chest. And notice if the hips sort of shift to one side. We want to square them, center them. So it'll be your front hip going back a little. So your left hip going back a little. Keep that chest proud. Take one more breath. To come out, re-bend into the front leg. Good. Using any props, pop them out the way. And then the hands frame either side of that front foot. We'll curl the back toes under. Lift the back knee. Good. And we're coming into full crescent lunge here. So we're going to squeeze into the front butt cheek. Lift the torso up. Reach the arms to the ceiling. Good. This is our full crescent lunge. Take a deep breath in. Circle the arms high. And breath out, circle them behind the body, clasp, open the heart space. Maybe your gaze comes up. You can always be just holding opposite forearms or wrists here too. And release the arms to the ceiling, circle the arms behind the body, bring them to the hips, and we'll step together. Beautiful. And we'll take that to the other side. So sweep in, a breath, arms to the ceiling. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, Urdhva Uttanasana. Forward fold, Uttanasana. As we step back, this time it's your left leg going back. You're grounding down with your hands. You can drop down through the back knee, uncurl the toes. Ground that front heel, lengthen tailbone as you bring your torso up. So shoulders land over hips. Good, now we can take the arms up to the ceiling if that feels good. Remember here, we're trying not to arch here. We want to lengthen that tailbone down, send the hips gently forward, keeping the knee traveling over the ankle. Take a big breath and circle the arms behind to land on either side of the front foot.
And this is where those blocks are more than welcome. Gives you a bit of height. I've got quite short arms, so it's hard to reach the ground sometimes. And then we'll take our 3 pulses. So take a breath in, hips come up and back. Draw the toes towards the face. Feel that length through the back of the leg. Chest stays proud. Good, let's go again. Hips up and back. And release. Maybe each time going a little deeper. And last one, this time to stay. And you might move the blocks back. And chest stays open. This time it'll be your right hip gently guiding back. You'll probably want to come forward. Last breath. Good, guys. And then gently roll on forward. We're setting up to come up into our high crescent lunge. Curl the toes under. Press through the front heel. Draw your belly in and squeeze your butt cheeks. Come on up and sweep your arms to the ceiling. You can take your time with your setup. If you need to adjust anything, go ahead and do that. Now reach high with your arms in your crescent lunge. Circle the arms behind the body. Lift tall, open the heart. And then release the arms to the ceiling. Circle them towards the hips and step together. Good.
How are we feeling there, guys? You all good? Give me a little thumbs up. Awesome. All right, let's go again. We're going to add on a little bit from here. So we'll start at the top of the mat. Drink in a breath as you sweep the arms to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. This time we'll step that right leg back. We're going to come straight into high crescent lunge. Squeeze in the front hips, squeeze the bottom, sweep the arms to the ceiling. Good. Settle into your crescent lunge for a moment. Take a big breath. Reach the arms high. Circle the arms behind the body. I'm going to bring them down onto either side of that front foot. Again, you're welcome to use your props. And we'll take 1 pulse here. Chest stays proud. Breath in. We bring the hips up and back. Straighten the front leg. Chest open, but draw the chest towards that extended thigh. And then we rebend. We'll take a twist here. So plant down through your right hand to your ground, to the blocks or books, and then open up through the opposite arm. Spread the chest open, hand to the ceiling. Good, nice open twist here. Notice if your hips are shifting, keep them centered. Take 1 more breath, reach tall, and circle the arm down to the ground. Coming back to crescent lunge, arms reach to the ceiling. Take a big breath, circle the arms behind the body, clasp to open the chest. Release, and we move into warrior 2. So as you take a breath in, arms to the ceiling, exhale, opens out to warrior 2. Take your time to set up here. You can always release your arms. We want to check that foot placement. We have front heel to back heel, or front heel to back arch alignment. Front knee is traveling somewhere over that front ankle. And then we can bring the arms out or keep them at the hips. If your arms are out, your gaze is over the front middle finger, actively squeezing the bottom. Flip the front palm, reach forward, and reverse your warrior, so painting the ceiling. Good. Return to your warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. We set up for Trikonasana. Back foot can come in a shorter distance if you like. Hips back, arms extend forward, and then rotate. Use the bottom hand to anchor and open out the chest. You can take a bind here by turning the palm, bending the elbow, nestling it into the small of the back,
And use that to help open the chest. If you feel anything sharp behind this bottom leg, you're going to keep a softness to the knee joint. Keep opening the heart, rotate the chest. Bottom zips under, no poking out of the bottom. Take a final breath. And release the arm up to the ceiling. Squeeze both butt cheeks, press through the heel of the front leg, and then come on up and return to your warrior two. So reset your feet if you need. We'll take 3 pulses here. Take a breath in, straighten front leg, hands to prayer. Exhale, extend. Inhale, hands to prayer. Exhale. Last one. You're doing great, guys. Well done. Well done. Holding here, your beautiful warrior two. And then from here, we'll transition. Spin onto the back foot, pivoting to face forward. Back arm sweeps through and up. Take everything to the ceiling. Hold your crescent lunge. Circle the arms behind the body. Good. Lift tall. Breath in. Gaze forward. Gaze up. And release. And we step forward to the top of the mat. Give that a little wiggle out, a little shake out. Good, guys. Well done. We're going to take that to the other side. Spotlight. There we go. Okay, guys. So let's move, starting with our half sun salutation. Let's go. Lengthen the tailbone down. Sweep the arms to the ceiling. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, Urdhva Uttanasana. Forward fold, release. This time it's your left leg back. Nice big step back. And we're coming into our crescent lunge. So I want to set up by being strong through this front heel. Squeeze that front butt cheek and bring everything up towards the ceiling. Good. Lengthen the tailbone down as you reach up. Circle the arms behind the body. Clasp and open the chest. Release up to the ceiling. And then circle the arms down to frame that front foot. You can use hands or blocks here. Feel free to adjust your step. I'm going to take a breath in and bring the hips up and back. Just one pulse here. Chest is proud. Reach your chest towards the thigh. And as we rebend, this time we'll plant down through the left hand and open up through the right. And lift tall, chest is proud. Try to keep the shoulders aligned one with the other. And then release to the ground. And we'll bring your torso upright again for crescent lunge. As you sweep the arms up, we'll open on a breath out to warrior two. So warrior two, second side. Grounding, we know where to go with the feet now. We want to be nice and centered, the tailbone lengthened, the bottom not sticking out, the shoulders stacked over hips. Now flip that front palm, reach forward and reverse. Good, return to your warrior two. Beautiful, Trikonasana. Straighten the front leg, maybe a shorter step, hips back. Arm reaches forward and rotate. Good. You can nestle the hand into the inner thigh. Use that top hand to draw open. Maybe take the bind, bending the elbow. Hand nestles into the small of the back. Open the chest. Good. And hold. Your gaze here can be anywhere you like. It could be to the ground, if that feels best for your neck, or forward, or maybe to the ceiling. And take your final breath. And release your arm to the ceiling now. Ground the heels. Use that to help lift you tall. Good. And then return to your warrior two. Well done. Beautiful. Hold here. We forgot our little pulses. Let's do that now.
Take a breath in, hands to prayer, straighten the front leg, breath out. 2 more just like that. Beautiful, guys. Moving with your breath. Last one. Fantastic. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Moving into crescent lunge and Janayasana. So get ready to spin onto the back foot to bring it facing forward. Back arm lifts up, take both arms to the ceiling, circle them behind the body, lift tall, breath in, chest open, and release arms to ceiling. Circle those arms to the hips and step forward. Good, give yourself a little wiggle out. Well done, guys. Grab a little drink if you like. All right, you guys are doing great. From here, Hersha, can you flick your camera just up a little, just a touch, so I can see? Yeah, perfect, that's great. Just so I can see your alignment a little bit. How are we feeling, guys? You still with me? All good? Cool. We're going to do a couple of chair poses and then we'll repeat that little sequence with a couple of little changes as we go. You're doing beautifully. All right, guys. So come on into the front of your mat or the middle of your mat and we'll take a chair pose. So we'll take it with the feet together, but just know you can always take your feet apart, hip width. Let's see how it feels here with the big toes together, the heels just a tiny gap, like 1/2 inch. And then as you breathe in, sweep the arms to the ceiling as you drop the hips back. Now I'll do this from the side so you can see. What we're looking for here is this lengthen through the spine, the hips back, and rather than the knees forward, we want to make sure the knees are back. So we can generally see our toes over the knees. Squeezing the bottom here, nice strong one for the bottom. I'm going to take a little twist. So come back to face, you guys. As you take a breath in, reach tall, and then breath out. You're going to take your left arm, press the forearm down to the knees, and the right hand nestles into the small of the back. Use that to open the chest and twist to the side. Take a breath, lift tall, breath out to twist, and one more. Good, guys. Let's come back through center, gaze forward, torso follows, arms reach, other side, twist to the other side. Forearm nestles onto the knees. It helps to keep the knees square. We're twisting here, 2 more breaths. Lift tall on a breath in, a breath out to twist. Last one. Good, guys. Come back through center, trying to keep the bottom low, arms to the ceiling, and then forward fold to gently release. Good, and in your forward fold, take the feet hip width apart again. And we'll explore this big toe grip here. So 2 peace fingers to your big toe. Grab on, bend the knees as much as you like. Open up the heart, lift tall, and then fold in towards your thighs. We'll take 2 more pulses. So take a breath in, look forward, halfway lift, breath out. You can bend into the elbows, use some bicep strength to draw the chest to thighs. 1 more. Beautiful. And hold. You can be as bent in the knees as you like or work them towards straight. The weight's towards the front of the feet. With the head a hand. And then release the grip if you have it. Bring the energy, the weight back to the heels, squeeze the bottom and sweep the arms wide and high. Land the hands at heart center. Cool, guys. Let's come to the top of the mat if you're not already there. And we'll take a half low to make our way into our warriors again. Inhale, arms sweep to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Urdhva Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Coming into crescent lunge and Janayasana. Nice generous step back with your right foot. Squeeze into your left butt cheek.
Sweep the arms wide and high to the ceiling. Take a breath in, breath out to circle the arms, lift tall through the chest, clasp and open. Release, crescent lunge. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana two. Split the arms, good. Set up your feet, take your time here guys, no rush. Flip the front palm, reach forward, paint the ceiling. Good stuff. Return. Good, let's take one pulse here. So breath in, hands to prayer, gaze torso straight ahead. Release, warrior two. Trikonasana, straighten through the front leg. Little step in with that back foot, maybe hips back, arms reach forward, slide forward with the torso, and then rotate, keeping length through that side waist. Good, take the bind, open the heart space. One more breath. Good, ground down through the front heel and toe, ground down through the back foot, reach the arm to the ceiling. Belly strength helps to draw you up. Warrior two, well done guys. Now find a depth that serves you here. So we're going to be here for a few more breaths. We come to side angle pose, reach the torso forward. Bring the palm up so the forearm can nestle onto that front leg. Option here is to bring the arm down to press into the inner knee, gently opening that out, or maybe even coming to a block or the ground, and then opening up the opposite arm. Now you can take this hand into a bind again. We're looking for that open heart. Good, and take 2 more deep breaths. Notice where your energy, where your weight is through your hips, through your feet. Can you press into the outer edge of that back foot? Take your final breath. Release your top arm. Squeeze into the butt cheek of the front leg. Actively press on up. Return to your warrior two. Beautiful, well done. Straighten the front leg. Let's bring the hands to the hips. Come into a forward fold. Wide-legged forward fold. So we turn the front toes in, slightly pigeon-toed, so slightly in, leading with a nice open chest. Hinge at the hips by sending the bottom back. Let's do this one on the side here too. So chest is proud, hips go back. You can keep it as much softness to the knees as you like. We're looking for this nice open chest. We'll reach the hands to the ground when you get to your maximum hinge. So before you start to round the spine. Let's take 3 pulses here. Inhale, chest open, look forward, flat back. Exhale, explore your depth. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. And your last one. Now, wherever your hands are, doesn't matter. If you've got them in front, you might even have them on a block. If you've got tight hamstrings, you can keep that softness. If your hands are reaching the ground, you might walk them back to bring them towards the alignment of your heels. Reach the crown of the head towards the ground. Wherever you are, keep the weight towards the front of the feet. Actively press the heels away. Feel the openness between in the hip bones, the sitting bones, and the hamstrings. And 2 more breaths. Beautiful, guys. Now to come on out. Keep nice and mindful and grounded. Bring your torso up halfway. Now soften the knee joints, squeeze into the butt cheeks, press through the heel. Bring the hands to the hips. Keep that alignment and come all the way up to stand. Beautiful. And we return to our warrior two. So we turn the front toes to face forward. Bend into the knee, arms extend. Beautiful. Virabhadrasana 2. And we pivot into crescent lunge. Spin onto the back foot, spin it to face forward, reach the arms up towards the ceiling, and Anjaneyasana.
Clasp the hands behind the back. Take your clasp, open the chest, and then release the arms to the ceiling, circle behind the body, and step together. All right, other side. Guys, well done. You guys are doing beautifully. Let's take that into our mini flow. Inhale, breath in. Exhale. Halfway lift, Urdhva Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. This time, send that leg back, opposite leg, coming into a nice, big, generous lunge. And round the front heel, squeeze the bottom, crescent lunge, and Janayasana. Good, guys. Arms to the ceiling, sweep them down, lengthen through the spine, heart open, and release to the ceiling. Open up, split the arms. Warrior two. Good. Take your time to set up here. Remember, you can adjust your feet as much as you need. Take your time. Flip the front palm, reach forward, and reverse your warrior. Good, guys, lovely. Take one little pulse here. Take a breath in and breath out. Good. Triangle pose. Front leg towards straight. Back foot, welcome to come in a notch. Hips back, arms extend forward, torso reaches, and then rotate. Good. Take the bind, palm behind the body, nestle it into the lower back. Open the heart. Good, guys, well done. Tuck the bottom under, don't let it pop out. One more breath. Beautiful. To come up, extend the arm, squeeze into the bottom, use that top arm to help draw you up, keep the belly strong. Return to your warrior two. Good. Find a good depth here. We'll be here for a few moments. Side angle pose. Bring the palm to face up. Bring the torso over. Take the arm to the ceiling. You can take a bind here, but let's set up this bottom arm. Do you want to keep it here today, or do you want to try bringing it down to nestle into the shin or even to the ground? See how it feels. Arm to the ceiling. Then you can take the bind here as well. Open the heart. And just notice wherever you are with the bottom arm, are you dropping into that? We want to still let the legs do the work. The arms are like a bit of an anchoring. Take two more breaths. You're doing great, guys. One more. Release the bind, arm to the ceiling. Ground through the heels. Squeeze the bottom to come on up. That's your warrior two. Good. Let's take that into our straight legs for our Prasarita Padottanasana, forward fold again. We've just been here. Option is to take the arms into a clasp. So if you'd like to take the arms out and clasp the small of the back, this will open up the heart space. You can always return the hands to the hips. And take a breath in. Either way, we're leading with the chest as we send the hips back. You can soften the knees as much as serves you. Reach the crown of the head towards the ground as you lengthen the hands away from the bottom, up towards the ceiling. So breath in gives you space, breath out opens you up. The weight here is in the front of the feet. Final two breaths. And to release the grip and let the hands slide down the back of the legs. Bring yourself into a halfway lift. You can soften the knee joints. Squeeze into the bottom, bring the hands to the hips, and then bring everything up. Good. Return to your warrior two. Good, guys. And spin. We'll turn the back toes to face forward. Arm comes up for crescent lunge. Circle the arms.
Taking the funny clasp, open up the heart. Good, guys, and then step together. Well done, you're doing great. We're going to make our way down. We're starting to wind down now onto the mat, so we'll come down onto our back with a little mini flow to get there. Sweep the arms on a breath in. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Now here you're coming back into your downward dog or to your melting heart. So downward dog, or just come straight into your melting heart if you prefer. If you're in downward dog, you can take a pedal out if you like with the feet, and then make your way to stillness. Or actively reach the hips to the ceiling, pressing the hands into the ground, heels down, shoulders away from ears, hip bones lengthen to the ceiling. 2 more breaths. And then rolling forward, gently release. Make your way into your either child's pose, or if you prefer that melting heart, that is an option for you too. Somewhere that feels like a bit of a resting pose for you. Final breath. And bring yourself upright onto all fours, just to drop onto one side of the hips. Bring the legs around to the front. And guys, here we're setting up for Baddha Konasana. So we're bringing the heels together. If you do like to have a little bit of height under the hips, this is a nice time to pop a pillow or a blanket under the hips. It'll just help to anteriorly rotate the hips a little forward, resist that slouching through the lower back. So I do like to do that myself. And then from here, we're bringing the heels together and drawing them close to the groin. So we're going to take an active stretch here, an active Baddha Konasana. So use your hands as an anchor. Grab onto your ankles and draw the heels close to the bottom. Chest stays proud, and then gently hinge from the hips. You might even like to use your elbows to gently press the knees open as you bring your torso, your chest down towards the ground. We're looking for this inner thigh stretch, the groin stretch. You might feel some sensation through the outer legs as well. That's cool. Take another deep breath. And we'll make this more yin-like. You can come up a little to release, and then the heels, keep them together, but move them away from the groin, coming into a kind of wider, longer butterfly. Lifting tall on the sitting bones, lifting up through the chest, and then hinge from the hips. And here we'll surrender a little further, so we'll be a little more soft. You can bring the palms facing up on top of the ankles, or I love to pop them under the ankles. And then you can let your chin drape into your chest. And let this be about letting go of any muscular tension, any strength. You're letting everything be soft. Take 2 final breaths. And release the hands, gently roll on up. Good, guys. Give the shoulders a little wiggle up and down away from the ears. Beautiful. And then we'll, sitting nice and upright, to extend the left leg out to diagonal. Bring the left heel into the inner thigh on the left. Good, lift tall, and then bring your gaze, your torso to look over the extended leg. With your hands on either side, begin to creep yourself down, chest reaching towards the extended leg. The ankle joint can be flexed, so the toes drawing towards the face. Just notice how that feels through the back of the leg. I always like to keep a micro bend behind that knee. It just helps me to feel it more in the upper hamstring, which I love. Final deepest breath. Good, guys, and roll on up. Good, we'll take a little side body sweep from here. So bring your right hand behind the body. Your left arm comes up and over. Now you can just stay on the ground, or you can actually plant down through the extended leg and pick up the bottom and then sweep the arm over. And get this beautiful side length here. Good, release yourself down. Good, bottom comes down. Lovely, guys, and we'll take that to the other side. So we extend out through the right leg. Left heel comes into the inner thigh. Sitting upright, bring the torso to look over the extended leg. Use your hands to support you, and then start to float yourself down, creeping the hands down on either side of the extended leg. You can be as soft, as bent in the knee joint as you like. And just hold. Three more breaths. And gently walk on up, and we'll take that little side body sweep. Bring your left arm behind the left hip. Right arm comes up and over. You're welcome to lift up through the bottom, pressing into your left shin, and sweep the arm up and over. Feel that beautiful length down the side, and then release to the ground. Good, guys. We're making our way onto our spine. So we've got a couple more stretches to do before we wind down into Shavasana. So you can join me for a little bit of belly strength here if you like, or you can just make your way down to the ground. But if you're joining me, we're going to bring in a little bit of core action here to come down. Knees are bent, feet are hip width apart. Lift tall through the chest, but begin to lengthen and round the tailbone down. So we're actually curling under the lower spine. We'll bring the arms out, palms facing in, and start to lower vertebra by vertebra for a count of 10. Keep rounding the spine for 9, for 8, 7, 6. Feel the lower belly really switch on. 5, 4, 3. Maybe a hover on 2. Really zip in the belly. And 1, all the way down. Take a full body stretch, arms overhead, legs long. Maybe some movement here, reaching and drawing the legs and arms in opposite directions. And bend up the knees and draw them in for a nice hug. A massage here can be lovely for the lower spine. You might circle the knees, or you might just rock side to side. Beautiful. And then we'll take a reclining pigeon. Sole of the left foot to the ground. Right ankle over the left knee. And we're looking for this outer left hip stretch here. So if you're feeling that already, you might stay. If not, you're going to reach through and draw the opposite shin closer towards your chest. So you might grab the shin, you might grab the back of the leg, and wherever you are, you want to be able to relax the shoulders all the way down on the mat. So we don't want to be crunching up like this. We want to be able to relax down. And then just hold. Now with your top ankle, let's flex that joint. Just going to help the knee joint stay nice and safe. And your final breath. And from here, guys, drop the sole of the right foot to the ground. Twisted roots legs. Cross the left thigh all the way over the right. Bring the bottom a little to the left side of the mat, and then very gently drape the knees to the right. Now, if this doesn't feel great in your spine, it feels a little too strong, you could unravel the legs. You could just bring them together, like the knees together, for a more gentle twist. And when you found your spot, reach your arms out wide. Let them really open up, and be mindful of your shoulder, your back lifting. We want to keep the shoulders really connected so that the twist is coming from the spine. Closing down your eyes. Last breath. And gently draw through center, and we'll take that to the other side. Right leg to the ceiling, bend at the knee and place the right ankle over left knee. Flex the toes and gently press the knee open. Now you can reach through and grab onto that opposite leg, maybe under the back of the knee, the hamstring or the shin. Can you do this with relaxing the shoulders down? And look, if you can't, what I'd recommend is using a strap or a tie, something for a strap to create a bit more space through your arms, a bit more length. The top toes are flexed back just to give the knee joint some safety. And breathe into any areas of tension and tightness. And to release, sole of the foot to the ground. Come into your twisted roots or your gentle twist. Crossing the thighs or bringing the knees together. Bottom a little to the right side of the mat. Gently drape knees to your left. Arms extended, shoulders and upper body connected with the mat. And hold. Nice time to close down the eyes. And then with your next breath, bring yourself through center and take anything you need. It could be knees to chest or a full body stretch. And then guys, we set up for Shavasana. So legs extended, take them wide to the corners of the mat, arms extended, palms facing up. Soften everything, close down the eyes. And this is where you get to really honor your body.
Enjoy how it feels to have moved your body and opened up some areas of tightness of tension, and then to really gift slowness, the calming of the parasympathetic nervous system. And let your breath be natural and deep. Now guys, you're welcome to stay as long as you like here. If you'd like to come out all together, I will guide you out, but feel free to just stay and hang. It's totally an option. If you want to get moving now, you bring your knees to your chest, give them a squeeze, roll over to your favorite side. Land over there and curl your body in. Take a breath or two. Let this lead to a slow and mindful transition into a comfortable seat. Back to where we started. And then when you're there, soften your shoulders away from ears. And if it serves you, you can bring your left hand to your heart space, right hand to belly. Feel your breath in and out. Feel that beautiful connection, life-giving breath. The warmth of your hands against your body. And give silent thanks for the body you have, this beautiful body that's able to move and do all these things despite what's happening in the world. We're still able to connect in this way. And let's close with a cleansing breath. Deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth. And you can close and join me if you'd like to bring your hands to prayer, chin to chest, and we say namaste. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining me for a lovely little class. Any questions, thoughts, feedback?
I like the sequence a lot, the new one.
Good. Yeah, I've just kind of stayed with primarily what we're doing just to ease into this online business. So people were quite comfortable with it. And yeah, you'll see a few adaptations and changes coming up. So we're still open to feedback too, so you can always just shout out, drop us a line, or I'll do another poll soon. I did a poll around times of classes and that, but we'll probably do another poll around asking a few other things and some more feedback and that. So look out for that. There was something I was going to share. What was it? Oh, we have a few little things up our sleeve and that. So just keep an eye out for emails and we'll keep you all updated. You guys, how you feeling with everything in terms of just being in lockdown and how you're coping? You, Junior, how are you and your kids?
Yeah, they're good. Doing schoolwork and I've moved all my lessons online as well. So
Are you using Zoom as well?